Well, good day, everyone. It's Wednesday, July 25th, 2024. I'm here at the El Toro Memorial Park in Lake Forest, California. There's one other grave that I wanted to visit in Lake Forest, and that's this one, the grave of Walter Ralston Martin. He was one of the great apologists of the Christian faith in the 20th century, alongside C.S. Lewis. I love Walter Martin. I've read much of his Kingdom of the Cults. I've heard him in lectures. Yeah, he was quite the strong guy for the Lord. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, to George Washington Martin II, who was a New York district attorney who later became a judge. So he came from a professional background. He had 4 earned degrees, including a Master's of Arts in Philosophy from New York University. Later, he got a PhD in 1976. He became an apologist for the Christian faith as a young man after having some questions and doubts about his faith. He once said, I heard him say on one of his lectures, that he well understands the skeptic, he well understands the philosopher, he understands the cult person, because at one time or another he's worn all of their hats. So, somebody's talking in the background. Anyway, he became quite a believer, and he stood for the truth. As you can see on his grave, it's Jude. He quotes from Jude 3, which says, I adjure you to contend for the faith that was once for all delivered to the saints. His Kingdom of the Cults was published sometime in the late 50s, I believe it was. He covered such heresies as Jehovah's Witnesses, the Theosophical Society, Christian Science, Mormonism, the Unity Universalist heresy, Father Divine, and, well, he got his works published by Zondervan. He established the Christian Research Institute in New Jersey in 1960, which in 1974 relocated here to Southern California. Today, long after his death in 1989, they've now moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. But that was his mission in life. He also became renowned for his public debates. He was a guest on the Long John Nebel show. If you don't know anything about that, John Nebel was a talk show. It was a night owl talk show in New York City from 1954 to 1978. Long before there was Rush Limbaugh, there was Long John Nebel, who wasn't afraid to take on controversial topics. So he invited Walter Martin to be a guest, and Walter Martin debated such people as Hugh Sconfield, John Shelby Spong, and at one point he had a 3.5-hour debate with Madalyn Murray O'Hair. I listened to that. That's available on YouTube. It's not something I would advise you to listen to, because Walter Martin did good. He held his own. He was very convincing, but Madalyn Murray O'Hair did nothing but prevaricate. She lied. She dismissed evidence as not evidence. And imagine listening to that for 3.5 hours. That tells you something about Walter Martin. He had very thick skin, and he was very patient, and he wasn't afraid to confront error. So let's see. Anyway, he died suddenly in 1989. Unfortunately, he was in the bathroom when he died. He had coronary heart disease, 60 years of age. But Hank Hanegraaff took over Christian Research Institute, which is still thriving today. So rest in peace to Mr. Walter Martin. And I certainly hope to meet this gentleman in heaven one day.